Hi, it's Melanie. I'd like to talk to you guys this week about practical life lessons. For about 2 months now, we have been safer at home with our very young children, and you may have noticed at this point that they like to be with you and do everything you are doing. At this age, and I usually am talking around 1 to 3 plus when I'm talking about these activities with you, we can begin to allow them to help us with regular things that we are doing around the house. And they are so excited to do what we do. The key to allowing your child to help you with these things is, number one, the biggest element is to prepare yourself, you the adult. This is no longer about doing this task as fast and effective and well as you can. When you do a task with a toddler, it is now about your relationship with them and this time together. So you need to shift your mindset a little bit and prepare yourself that this is going to take longer and it may not end up being perfect, and that it's about you guys together, and it's about setting up a long-term relationship of the child being an active participant in the household, taking care of things in the house and taking care of themselves. I'm going to give a couple of examples of these things. When cleaning the house, if you can get a child-sized broom and dustpan, or take the middle section out of the Swiffer so that they can use the Swiffer, or they can use the hand vac while you use the big vacuum. Also with cleaning, if you're, say, wiping something down with a disinfectant wipe or a spray and a sponge, give them a baby wipe, totally non-toxic, and they can do the same wiping with a baby wipe. If you don't want them to be over here where you've sprayed or used the disinfectant, then you do this counter and then they do that counter over on the other side. And you can point out, oh, I see a spot here. Can you wipe that spot? That leads me to another important element of doing these practical life lessons with your child is not to overcorrect them. So it's not going to be perfect, and we're just going to leave it that way, because if we go back and we re-clean in front of them everything that they've cleaned, or we redo everything that they've done, the only lesson we're really teaching is that you're not really helping. You're not really a participant in this. You're just faking it, or that it's not good. I would give maybe 1 or 2 pointers. Oh, I see some here. If you rub hard up and down, that might work, or something like that. Give a couple of, if you try to sweep it all into a pile, that will help. It's going to be way different for your 1-year-old who's just sort of smearing the baby wipe around on the cabinet door, to your 3.5-year-old who might be able to sweep into a pile. The only way you're going to know what to expect from your child is sensitive observation in these situations. You're doing this with your child and you're seeing, what they're capable of. And you may give 1 or 2 pointers and then leave it at that. Another place that you can ask for cooperation is in the kitchen when you're cooking. They have these great things now, these little chef helper towers where the children can stand up at the counter. We didn't have that. Our kids stood on a chair. We were careful and it worked out okay. And then give them, say, a butter knife or a plastic knife, and they can cut up the cucumber, and it's safe. It's just a plastic knife. Then you're over here cutting up the onions and they're cutting up the cucumbers, and yes, they may mangle the cucumber and it may get kind of squished, but go ahead and put that in the salad, and they are more likely to eat the food that they've made because they have a certain investment in having done it. So try to find these times in your life. They can be the one to put the dog food down. If I put it in a smaller container with a different lid, could the child be the one who does 2 scoops into the bowl for the dog. Maybe that's possible in your house, maybe it's not. But look for spots where the child can take over and be an active participant in some of the things that we have to do in life. They can make your time together now that we maybe have a little more time or aren't racing off, and some of these things need to get done and you keep thinking, what am I going to do with my child while I'm sweeping the floor? It doesn't get as clean and it takes longer, but it really can be a wonderful experience together. So I hope you'll try to be creative and come up with a few moments where you think your child can participate in the activities of the household. Thank you very much. I hope you all stay safe.